Gets taken aback.
Hi.
I've never heard you call him Kathy before.
He's done it many a time.
I've never heard it.
Let's go, Kathy.
Hi.
What up, Kathy?
I'm a little smitten with our guest tonight. He's just so talented and handsome, and it makes me feel inadequate because guys shouldn't have it all. Guys shouldn't have it all, but Pete Yorn does.
Howdy. Great to be here.
You know what I just found out about Mr. Yorn at the break? No, he didn't get a chance to talk about it on air, and it's probably my bad as a host of the show, not bringing it. But you didn't always plan on being a singer-songwriter for the rest of your life. Like you were going to go to law school?
Yeah.
It just happened, but you had always written songs and stuff, right?
I did, yeah. I was supposed to be a tax lawyer. My dad wanted me to be a tax lawyer, and
Right.
I was an accounting major at first, and then wasn't into it. I was writing songs.
Well, I could see the correlation between doing people's taxes and being Pete Yorn.
Yeah, makes perfect sense.
I got left or right. You know.
But let's say, okay, so 20-year-old Pete Yorn, you're in college, you're studying to be a tax attorney. Was there like a pinpoint moment where you say, screw this, I'm going full bore to music? Or did it just kind of like, there was the gradient slow, where tax law went this way and music went that way?
It was like 19-year-old freshman in college, accounting major, just didn't feel it at all. And then I went to Syracuse, New York, very cold, a lot of snow, and I basically stayed inside and started writing songs like every day.
Went to Syracuse University or just?
Yeah, Syracuse University. And at some point it was like the poll was too big. I was just writing too many songs. I was like, all right, I'll give this a shot. And I could always go to law school if it don't work out.
And then who do you contact at that point? Because it's not like you're not Lou Adler's kid. I mean, like, who do you, like, you see, you have these songs, that's great, but how do you transition that into actually having a career?
It took like 7 years from that point. I knew I was going to graduate school because I just had to. So I graduated, and then I moved to California and started playing around, and nothing was really going on. And then at some point, I just decided I was going to make the best record I could make, and I made it at a friend's house, and that ended up being my first record, and got interest from that. And that's what happened.
See? If you believe in yourself, you got the talents, you got the goods. Be like,
Pete, did you ever notice when doing the tax law and studying it in college, like if you crunched a bunch of numbers and spent like just hours on end doing that kind of stuff, and then gave it a rest, that you were more creative on the other side? Did you ever?
No.
No.
No, I never noticed. In fact, there was a turning point where I had to take a summer class, a math class in Jersey at Montclair State University. My dad's like, you got to go take this summer class, and I went there, and I waited in this long line, and I register, and I sit in the class, and I sat there for 5 minutes, and I looked around. I was this book, Matrices or whatever it's called, and I said, I'm out, and I just walked out of the class. I'm going to the bathroom, and I in back to school. No, in summer school.
yeah.
And I never came back, and that was it. And then I decided I was going to be a speech communications major.
Wow.
And it's all very exciting, but yeah. At some point, I graduated, moved to California, and started rocking and rolling.
Look at that. Did you ever get tempted to get swept into the burgeoning and explosive Syracuse, New York hardcore scene? Because it was big time back then, mid to late 90s, growing hardcore. You ever say, you know what, this Pete Yorn music, it's not what I want it to be. I want to be a hardcore kid.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
No.
No.
The Michael Capitalist story.
Yeah.
Pete.